Los Angeles, California. Good morning, America.
Well, good morning, Dean.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. The Princeton class of
88.
And Superman. That's redundant.
Your
anyway.
Princeton class of
65. And
oh,
happy birthday to you.
You're not going to actually sing me the whole thing.
Happy birthday to you. Willow's going to take the rest.
No way.
Anyway, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. I made it to 29. I'm happy.
I heard that class.
Well, it's great to have Dean with us here this morning. And happy birthday again.
Yes, thank you.
He's got a show that is coming on, a show which is going to be on...
It's going to be on, well, it's on tonight.
On tonight?
Tonight at 8 o'clock.
You're spending your time off with some celebrities, hanging out off camera with them?
Exactly.
Producing, directing, writing, doing the whole thing?
I did the whole shebang. I executive produced it, I wrote it, I directed it. So if it does well, then people can say, you know, good job. If it does horribly, I'm in trouble.
He shot it, he edited it, he laid out the lights, he did the whole thing. Anyway, good to have Dean Cain with us, and he'll be with us in just a few moments. As we told you at the beginning of the last hour, there is big news for us this day. We just found out this morning, about an hour ago, that Capital Cities ABC is now going to become a wholly owned subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company. They bought us. They paid a lot of money for us, I'm pleased to say, but they bought us, and in a few moments we're going to talk to the chairman and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Michael Eisner, and the chairman and CEO of Capital Cities ABC, Mr. Tom Murphy. They'll be with us in just a moment, but let's get to the news of the morning. The news is us, I guess, Mort.
Right, put in a good word for me.
For our next Dean Cain, who has a show on Capital Cities ABC, soon working for the Walt Disney Company. We'll be right back.
You've seen actor Dean Cain as Clark Kent, who as Superman can leap tall buildings in a single bound. But can he produce, direct, write, and star in his own primetime special? Off Camera with Dean Cain, airing tonight on ABC, finds our hero visiting with celebrities to see what they can do when the cameras are not rolling. And as you can see, the man known for his blue tights and red cape still gets a super workout even when he's not in Metropolis. Dean Cain is here with us now. How are you?
I'm well.
Whenever anybody asked you about acting, you've always said, no, what I really want to do is write, produce, direct. Did you ever imagine you'd be doing it all for the same special?
Well, it's, you know, when you're just an actor, you really there's nothing else you can do but act. You have no power. You're in everyone else's hands, and things can change, and companies can change, and people can merge, and you have no control over anything. So it's always been something that I've wanted to do. My father's a director. He told me, don't be an actor. Don't do that for several reasons. One, because you have no power, and two, because your private life becomes public. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try and do everything. I'll have like 15, pots on the stove.
Was it an enormous challenge?
It was very difficult in a lot of respects I didn't anticipate. It was difficult because there's a lot of people, sort of cooks in the kitchen, to stay with my kitchen metaphor. There's a lot of people telling you what you should do and how it should be done and what guests you should have on and things like that. I had never dealt with that. I'd sort of dealt with just the creative aspects of creating a show.
So you have to weed through all this, information and then make your own decision.
Exactly. Well, the thing that happened, I learned this when I started writing for Lois and Clark, is that I felt like the things that work. So you sort of stay with your gut, stay with your intuition, and hopefully that will prove to be right, and it has so far, I think. And
in the special, you hang out with celebrities and sort of check out what they do when they're not working. It must have been really fun. You got not dunked on, but dunked by NBA superstar Chris Webber.
Yes, and he can dunk on me, too, if he'd like to. No problem. Yeah, it's fun to see these people in an environment. We sit here now and we talk. There's cameras, there's lights, there's people, there's a lot of things going on, and you tend to have, more pat answers. You tend to be more nervous with the cameras and things, as opposed to just sort of living life and talking on a more conversational level, which is what the special seeks to do. It doesn't seek to make people give out their deepest, darkest secrets. I want them to sort of drop the facade and be normal.
You wanted another
people.
perspective.
Exactly.
You were also, in another way, sort of personally involved when you got spiked on, is that the correct term in volleyball? By your girlfriend, volleyball player, Nike spokeswoman, television correspondent, et cetera, Gabrielle Reese.
Yeah, she has a lot of titles, doesn't she? Yeah, I practice with the team quite a bit, so I actually play that sport.
You practice with her, don't you? Help her train and things like that?
Well, I practice against her team. They practice against men, and so we get out there and go at it as best we could, as best I could, anyway.
So now, if your parents really didn't want you to act, are they thrilled about this?
Well, yes and no. Again, I'm out there in front of the camera, so It's real questionable to my father. My mother loves it. Mom, hi, Mom. Said I say it? Hi, Mom.
Great.
My mother loves it. She loves me in front of the camera and doing things. But my father would prefer me behind the camera, creating.
You've done quite well. Before I let you go, I have to ask you the question that America really wants answered.
Oh, no.
What's coming up on Lois and Clark this season? Will there be an answer?
Well, yes, there will be an answer. I guess we ended the season with Clark on his knee proposing. We'll begin it the same way. And I can say this much. We get into brand new territory here. We get into stuff that we've never done before, or never seen before. And by far, I think this will be our best season ever. So I'm excited. Well, congratulations, and we'll be watching. Off Camera with Dean Cain airs tonight at 8 o'clock, 7 Central on ABC. And up next, hundreds of hungry mouths.